Friends, welcome to CloudBuy. This is the second part of this migration technique from MongoDB to Amazon DocumentDB. And this parts I am going to discuss the online method using this data migration services. So here the high level steps. First I will prepare the MongoDB as a source for DMS. Then I will launch the target as a Amazon DocumentDB clusters. Then I will do the various DMS steps like DMS replication instance, create source and target endpoints, and then at the end I will be doing this create a and run a migration task. So let's proceed. My EC2 machine is already up and running. I am going to install the source MongoDB of version 3.6 because that is compatible with DocumentDB. At first I'll create a repo file, configuration repo file. This will enable me for the quick install through yum. Then I'll install the MongoDB packages through yum. Start the MongoDB. And you can see that I can log into the Mongo. For this video I need to change the localhost IP because I need a particular IP where I can logging from DMS replications instance to this instance. So I'll be replacing this localhost private IP with this EC2 machine public IPv4. I'm stopping the MongoDB. I'll replace with this public DNS IPv4. Yeah, it's already shut down. So at this moment we can start with following option. Okay, now I'm going to stop it again. So let me create a the username and some data. Okay. Show collections. So now I'll do the show DBs again. Now you can see that there is a test DBs there and show collections. Okay, so I'll got the CloudBuy and test DB. Now I am going to create a user. So I create a user called CloudBuy, which having this root privilege. So my username and the username privilege is given and the sample objects been inserted. So the next steps I am going to do the CDC related steps. As you know that for continuous data captures we need to we need the oplog to be available, and for oplog we need to deploy the replica set if it is not available. So we are going to deploy a replica set now. For that we are I'm just first going to shut down. So in this command I have given this replica set as rs0 and the bind IP, that is the public IP4 DNS IP, and the DB path. Okay, we made a syntax mistakes. It should be Mongo. Okay, I'm just I have opened another terminal session. Okay, from a new terminal window I have connected to the instance. Now I'll try to initiate the replications and check the replication status. Let me check if I can access the DB. Yes. Now let me try to log into using my username and password newly created. Okay. At last, let me check if I can log in using my replica instance. Yes. So everything looks good. The replica set is now deployed successfully, and we'll go to the next step. Next steps, I'm going to create a Amazon DocumentDB cluster using the console. I'll go to the DocumentDB, create, name as a CloudBuy, instance class. This is the least instance class we can provide. So number of instance 1 is DBA. Okay, show advanced settings. Only the thing is that I don't want deletion protections. Create cluster. So this will take at least 5 to 10 minutes of time. So I shall come back once it's done. Okay, my CloudBuy DocumentDB cluster is ready. So go to the instance is also ready. So you have to check both the cluster instance before proceeding to the next step. So if I click and the connectivity and security portion, there are commands are given what needs to be done for connecting. So first I'll download the certificate file for connection. Okay, later I can directly connect. Good. No DBs are there still now. So the next steps, I will directly go to the DMS steps. In the DMS steps, we have to create the replication instance, then we'll do the source endpoint, and then we'll put some extra connections attributes when MongoDB uses a source for DMS, and then we'll do the target endpoints and do the migration tasks. So let's proceed. I'll go to console, then data migration service, create replication instance, put as a replication instance a cloud by rep, copy the same, use as a T2 small, allocated in GB I'll put as a 30, BPC is default, rest of the thing should be good. Create. This will take some time, a few minutes, so in the meantime I'll create the endpoints. Go for the endpoints, put the name as the endpoint as a source engine is MongoDB, so server name is the EC2 public IPv4, port is default, secure socket SSL mode none, authentication mode none, database name is test, authentication mechanism is default. Here you can put the actual password. I am putting as a none, but you can put the password like the username we created, cloud by, and the username. You can create your own username and do that. I'll do the testing a little bit later when the replication instance is ready. Only the things I need to do that this endpoint specific settings. So when you will be doing this CDC, please ensure that following additional attributes are there. They will be separated by a colon. So create endpoints. Similarly, I'll create the target endpoint. Let me put as a target. Target engine is DocDB. Server name okay. Port is default. Secure socket SSL mode is verify full. I will download the certificates. It's already downloaded in my local machine. Let me put as a CAcert CA certificate. Username is CloudBhai, password, database name is test. Create endpoint. My replication instance is still creating, so once it is done I will do the quick check, connection check, and we will proceed for the database migration task. Instance is now available. Let me go back to the endpoint and do a quick check, test connection. So maybe I did some mistake. Let me check. Okay, I'll check 1 minute. There's the EC2 instance. maybe this inbound connections is having some issue. Yes, I'll add a rule, custom TCP port 2701217, and I'll put just for the sake of this video, but you should put only the relevant IPs. Okay, I'll go back to the database migration service, test connections, run test again. So it's successful. I'll go to the target, test connection, run test. Okay, there is some problem. Why it was failing the target, the connection check, because I deliberately putting this MongoDB username here. Here the username is testdba. That's why it was failing. So hopefully it will be successful this time. Okay, great. Now I'll straightly go to the migration task, create task, put a task called cloud by task. Yeah, I'll put the migration type is migrate existing data and replicate ongoing changes, and I will enable the CloudWatch logs in case I need it. And the selection rules, I'll choose a simple one, because this is a full migration, so I'll not put any kind of schema name. I can definitely put as a test, but I am going to put as default. And then there is no transformation rules is needed, so create task. So you can see this in the table statistics is now completed, and you can the 3 rows for each testdb and cloudby is done. So now the status is that it's load completed, but replication is ongoing. Now what I am going to test, I will put some few more rows, so check that the replication is working perfect. Let me put a simple one. Yes, I'll do the similar things for the cloudby also, and for cloudby. Okay, so okay, now if I'll go back to the console, table statistics, you can see the another table, that is inventories came. I'll just refresh once again. Let me log into the target. There is some issue with this CDC. It's not though the one of the inventory, one table DDL and one table rows has been updated, but for other table there is some issue. The few things we can do that, we'll try to stop the things and we redone. That is the first things I'm gonna do. The second things also I am planning to do that, I'll do the advanced level of debugging and try to generate some logs to find out why this has happened. So I'll restart these things. So you can see the full load is working perfectly well, because now there are all the relevant number of rows are there, but I am more interested about this replications, not a full load. So I'll try again. So I add another one. Let's go to the table statistics. Yeah, you can see that now it is working. There might be some issues happened last time, so I restarted. Let me do something with the other two table. Okay, I'll add for cloud by once. Go to console. Yeah, you can see the insert has come. I'll test it last with the test DB. Okay, let's go to the console, refresh. Yeah, at last it's replicated here. So you can see that all the three schemas, all the three tables, the inserts are replicated. So that means that the CDC is also working for us. Now if I'll the last check, if I'll go back to the target database, and I'll check the individual entries and the count. Six, cloud by 6. Let me do the same for test DB. Test DB is 5, and the last is inventory. Yes, so they are replicated perfectly. So our migrations from MongoDB to Amazon DocumentDB is done. So on the last step, in the final steps, we have to the validations also. We have done the validations. We have to clean up. So we clean up the DMS components. First we'll stop the job. If you want, we can also I am also going to delete the DocumentDB, because this is not a free component. So I'll go to the instance, action, delete, yes, acknowledge, and then write down this is called delete entire cluster. Delete. It's deleting. So once it is stop, I believe this is stop. Once it is stop, I have to delete it. Delete. So once it's delete, I can delete the replication instance and 2 endpoints. So so that is all about this online migrations. So hopefully you get a good glimpse how you can migrate the MongoDB to Amazon DocumentDB. So please try at your side, and thanks for watching. Bye.